Hey guys, Sean here. So tonight before I go to bed, I'm going to try and review uh, G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. So this is basically a 2009 American science fiction film based on that's it, science fiction. Science fiction film based on the original toy line from the year I don't remember, but also spawned in, I believe, 80s animated TV cartoon. I think it was in the 80s, I'm assuming, because that's when most animated cartoons are that get made into movies are in the 80s. I remember Transformers was, so yeah. Anyway, so this movie was released, I believe, August 7th, 2009, with a runtime of about an hour and 57 minutes. It was directed by Stephen Sommers, the guy who did the first two Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser, who does make a cameo in this movie. Let's see. The film was, let's run the credits here. Producer, blah, 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 blah. It was written by Stuart Beattie, David Elliott, and Paul Lovelet, I think, with a story credit by Michael B. Gordon, starring Stuart Beattie, and even Stephen Sommers has a story credit on this too. See, the cast includes. Oh, I'm not even going to attempt that. But it's the guy who plays Locknot in The Mummy Returns and Killer Croc in Suicide Squad. I'm not even going to attempt his name because I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher it. So, let's see. So, let's just say Killer Croc from Suicide Squad. He's in this movie. Christopher Eccleston, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bung Hung Lee. I butcher names again all the time. Sienna Miller, Rachel Nichols, Jonathan Price. Well, I'm not even going to attempt that name. Samir from Wonder Woman, Channing Tatum, Marlon Wayans, and Dennis Quaid. And then the music was composed by Alvin Silvestri. I'm not going to. I just mentioned the DC character by the actors by their DC characters because their names are so unpronounceable, and I'm not going to try and attempt it. So basically, this movie is, like I said, based on the toy line and the cartoon series of the same name, and is about two soldiers who get, I guess, enlist or inducted into the G.I. Joe, which is a secret government organization, and after having their army or military team or whatever ambushed, and so they have to basically retrieve these nuclear warheads from Cobra, So like I said, so Chatham and Wayans play these two friends who get, I guess you say, inducted or enlist in the G.I. Joe after their team, their military team gets ambushed, and now they have to try and recover these warheads from Mars Industries, which will become Cobra. I'll say this. So basically, to sum that up, I enjoy this movie. Like, I really enjoy this movie. I like the cast in this film. So Channing Tatum plays Captain Duke Hauser. Conrad Duke Hauser, I think his name is in the lore. Marlon Wayans plays Ripcord. I don't remember what his name is because they literally just call him Ripcord. Rachel Nichols plays Scarlet, who I believe is named Shayna Scarlett O'Hara, I think. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, Ray Park's also in this movie. I forgot to mention because his name is not listed on the on the Blu-ray case. Or if it is, I didn't find it. Yeah, it's not listed. And Ray Park plays Snake Eyes. Side note: I did try to watch that Snake Eyes movie from I think 2021, but I kind of fell asleep in the middle, and so I just never bothered to go back to it. But Dennis Quaid plays General Abernathy, known as General Hawk. Uh, Killer Croc, again, I'm not going to try and say the guy's name, I'm going to butcher it. Plays Heavy Duty. The guy from Wonder Woman plays Breaker. Arnold Vosloo, who's in this movie, plays Zartan. Hun Lee, I'm going to call him because I'm not even trying to pronounce his first name because I'm going to butcher it. So Hun Lee plays Storm Shadow. Sienna Miller plays the Baroness, who is revealed to be a past love interest for Duke, which I'm like, okay, yeah, kind of cliche, but it's like, hey, it adds to the story, I guess. And Eccleston does play James McCullen, also known as Destro. And I have heard that Christopher Eccleston did not like the experience of doing this movie. Both he and Tatum did not like doing this movie. Tatum only did it because he was contractually obligated to do it. And that's probably one of the reasons why they kill him off in Retaliation, which, side note, I am not a fan of that movie, to be honest. And for some reason, they just killed Destro off in that movie for reasons which makes you wonder why even Cobra Commander even saved him in this one. But, okay. But basically McCullen is the villain of this movie, and his plan is basically to steal hijack his own warheads from NATO and launch them all across the country, across the world, so that when the world is in power, they will turn to the one with the most power, or when the world is in peril, they'll turn to the one with the most power. And then we find out that's the president, who he and Cobra Commander have replaced with Zartan. It's like, damn, that sounds diabolical. So yeah, and this movie does have a few mummy actors in it, which, given it's directed by Stephen Sommers, I'm not surprised. You have Brendan Fraser in the movie. You have the guy who plays Heavy Duty. He was in Mummy Returns. You have Arnold Vosloo, and you have Dr. Mindbender, played by Benny from the first Mummy movie. So there's at least 4 mummy actors in this movie that I can recall. And I was fine with that. I'm totally fine with that, them being in this movie. I think Benny, the actor who played Benny, was named Kevin O'Connor. I think I read in the Mummy credits. But yeah, he and Fraser are basically just cameos in this movie. Vosloo and the other one have big roles in this film. And yeah, all the actors I think did a great job with their roles. I thought they played them very well, and a lot of them were really fleshed. Most of them were fleshed out characters. I even liked the building romance between Ripcord and Scarlet. It wasn't really unforced or anything in it, and it does let you learn about her, about how she was raised from childhood to be a fighter and to win every fight. And when she loses against the Baroness, she doesn't feel sympathy for herself because she was brought up to win. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I picked this up a few years ago for my birthday at Disc Replay, where I get a lot of my movies because they're cheap. And so yeah, like I just said, I enjoy this movie. Look, is it a great movie? No. Is it a bad movie? No. I think it's one of those it's so bad it's good movies, if that makes sense. Like, it's so stupid, it's fun. That's the kind of movie I think this one is that it's so stupid, it's fun. If I may say so. So, yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say right now. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say. So, I'll catch you guys next time.